Hello guys, and today I'm going to eat an one day out of date salted caramel and chocolate hot cross bun. Okay, now it's not sort of Easter time at the moment. In over 10 days time, about 10 days time roughly, it will be Easter. Okay. However, often people eat hot cross buns before then, and this is around the kind of time when many people would eat them. Okay, now it states so they often have them in the shops earlier. Okay, sometimes in certain shops have them all year round, but most people don't eat hot cross buns all year round. You'll notice it states here it's got Tesco Finest, which means this is the expensive luxury version, because generally Tesco's have had traditionally free ranges, a value range, which I think they've renamed in recent times with different strange branding. Their normal range, and then what they call the finest range, which is the luxury range. Now, I bought these yesterday on the 5th of April, and so they're one day out of date, and because they're about to expire the day I bought them, normally they would have cost £1.50, but they cost 38 pence instead. If you exclude on the ingredients, if you just look at the simple stuff, it mentions things like wheat flour, salted caramel fudge pieces, milk, sugar, emulsified dark chocolate chips, demerara sugar, invert sugar syrup, yeast, emulsifiers, caramelized sugar syrup, salt, potato dextrin, flavouring, rapeseed oil, mixed spices, flour treatment agent, and you can eat these hot or cold. If you want to, I usually eat them cold. I have here some margarine, which is a cheap one I get from farm food sometimes. It's called just like butter. It's actually margarine. And now I've got a plate here, and I've got a knife, and so I'm not going to attack people with it, don't worry about it. I'm just going to use it to put some butter on. Okay, so first I'm going to take out the hot cross bun. So there you go, that's one hot cross bun. And here you'll notice it's got what looks like some of the chocolate chips. Normally hot cross buns don't have chocolate chips in them. Normally they look like this, but they don't have any chips in them. Okay, by chocolate chips I don't mean like the sort of thing like you have with fish and chips. I mean like these circular brown things, okay, which are called chocolate chips, but they have nothing to do with like French fries or anything. Okay, and now I'm going to get a plate out. I'm going to try and use my knee a minute. Now I'm going to cut the hot cross bun open, and it's like them, like my Pac-Man, you know, slippers. Gobble 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 gobble. Anyway, I'm now going to take the lid off the margarine, put some margarine on the knife, and I'm going to put that, just a minute, it will work, and just spread it. Now I can't remember if I told you this, but I did say that it expired yesterday, and to prove it, there's recently been a news story today about Ed Sheeran winning his Shape of You copyright case, okay, where some people accused him of stealing one of their songs and using some of it in his song Shape of You. He won the court case, and that's been reported today, okay? I couldn't possibly have known that yesterday. So that proves it's genuinely the 6th of April, okay? Now, I've now done this. As I said, some people hate them, I don't. I'm pretty cold. What you'll notice, and there's a plus, I forgot to show you this. Most people haven't seen one of my videos before where I showed you a hot cross bun. You notice there's a plus on the bun. The plus is meant to symbolise the cross of Christ, okay? And so this was often eaten at Easter and not usually the rest of the year. This is, I don't know what they've actually done with this, but normally this is, if you do it yourself, this is something called rice paper, and rice paper is put on the bun to make the plus. When I was a child, we were taught how to make them at school. Yes, because boys at our school had to do cooking and embroidery, and I'm not even joking. And so there you go, that's what it looks like inside. You can see the bits of chocolate chip. You can see what's like the bread, like the roll, and obviously you can see the rice paper. So I'm not sure the actual roll part itself, the actual, bun part is our exception. With the exception, obviously, it's got the chocolate chips in it. And if you have a normal one, you wouldn't have any chocolate chips in it. So I think really it's just probably similar to a normal one, and I've cooked it apart from you put chocolate chips in and perhaps some caramel. Does it taste good? Yes, truthfully. It tries to be juicy, but it's somewhat dry in taste. You probably expect that because it's a roll. So, yes, if they're in a bargain. Okay? Now, I'll probably find that when I upload this, I'll probably find out that I did a video of this years ago. I didn't realise it. I know that I believe, done videos before of me eating hot cross buns. I'm too lazy to check, but I believe I've done it, okay? I'm very surprised if I didn't, so, as I say, it's actually, because Easter's actually later this year than it usually is. There's a specific way it's calculated, but sometimes I believe Easter, sometimes even in March, I believe sometimes. But probably late in March, but this year it's mid-April, so there you go. And I'm just seeing if there's any other logos on here while I'm at it. I put a logo on there saying written in golden, but I think that's just It's one of their own things. I don't think it's a proper logo, you know, it's not like an official recognised mark used for food or anything. Look what they've done. And down here it's got what we call the food traffic light system, which tells you how healthy the food is, not in terms of whether it's, you know, going to kill you, you know, if it's like inedible and you'll go to hospital, but not that kind of health problem, but, you know, if it makes you fat or, you know, too much salt or whatever, okay? So, these are all amber, which means that you can eat a reasonable amount of it, okay? Green means it doesn't have a lot of that. Amber means it's got quite a lot more. And red means it's got, you shouldn't have too much of it in one day because it, you know, it might make you very fat or the other reasons, okay? So for example here it tells you the energy and it says 11%. It says per 100 grams, I don't know, it tells you easily how many grams are in this thing. I've probably got it somewhere and I'm too lazy to check at the moment, so, and it mentions fats, saturates, sugars and salt, okay? And there you go. And again it talks about recycling. It's saying for the film it states recycle at large supermarkets. And for the card it says, the card meaning this basically, that's what they mean by the card for those learning English, okay? And this is what they mean by the film for those learning English, okay? Which means like the plastic on the outside, okay? And it's because over here obviously in Britain they're obsessed with recycling, so you know, every 2 weeks usually when there isn't a bin strike on, they collect a recycle bin from your house, and because recycling is heavily encouraged over here, okay? Anyway, I'll say goodbye now, and just to again, it's 4 salted caramel and chocolate hot cross buns packed with salted caramel fudge pieces and rich dark chocolate chips. So there you go, guys. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.